and welcome back to Our Time. Now, something very special on the program this time to inform you of some brilliant work that Tim Maloney is doing along with Peter Wilson and Brendan Thayer, who's here with us. Welcome, gentlemen. This is Peter to start with in the middle.
G'day, how you going?
Now, you've got all this diving gear, but we're not talking about diving because we're talking about people who have physical issues going back into the water and having total freedom.
Correct.
That they would have had before the injury or the birth defect or whatever the situation.
Well, it may be an experience that they never would have even imagined of prior to that.
Yeah, diving?
Well, we do immersion therapy, so we use scuba equipment.
Yep.
But we don't actually teach open water diving or scuba diving in a traditional sense.
And that's the important thing to talk about, really, isn't it?
Correct.
Because this isn't about, you know, going to the deep ocean and experiencing the fish.
Not at all.
This is about, well, you could probably explain it better than anybody. Because you've done both, haven't you?
I have done both.
Just clear me up. You have, you're a diver, a deep water diver?
Yeah, I've got an open water diver's licence. Got that in '84 when I was still in high school.
Yep. What happened to you?
I had a tumour in my spine when I was 9 months old. Leg was amputated after some surgery didn't work when I was 11. So as far back as I remember, I've had, you know, a type of disability or disabilities.
So you've been more or less locked into a chair to get around?
More less than more, but you know.
Well, getting in the water though, how did that change the way of you feeling about the world?
You know, water is freedom. Freedom of movement.
It's just the inability to breathe underwater that's the problem, obviously.
Yeah, Mum says I'm part fish, but yeah,
only she could know that.
The oxygen tanks work really well.
Yes, they're amazing. But you've got a licence to dive.
I do.
You're also Order of Australia?
I am.
And a Paralympian.
Former, yes.
Shall I keep going on?
There's a list.
These are amazing things. You know, if people get a sore toe and complain forever and really can do everything they want to do in life, and look at you.
Yeah, it's true. I sort of loosely say never give in. You just...
Never give in, never surrender. There was a line in a movie.
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
that, but it's true, isn't it?
But it's true, and you don't want to be in a situation where you say, gee, I really wish I'd tried that, you know, a month ago, a year ago, a lifetime ago. So when opportunities present, then, you know, I believe you should have a go. So
Peter, this course, or this idea, this concept, started from where?
Look, from probably my own personal experiences, all the way back, it probably goes to 2007. I actually was involved in a pretty serious accident myself, which left me with a 47% disability, which happened while I was at work, but it was a road accident where it happened. Coming out of that, I actually went off and learnt to recreationally scuba dive, and much like Tim said, I mean, I sort of opened up my eyes to this world of opportunity and freedom, which was so beneficial to me. Then I looked to create an opportunity for myself, something new that didn't exist, and immersion therapy is what I come up with.
So it's such a great concept, because when you see what's happening underwater, you realise that people just have total freedom back. Yeah. I love the somersaults.
Yeah, Jocelyn, the somersault queen. Yeah. And you know, we've all tried to match her, but nobody actually can. So,
but you know, being able-bodied as I think I am, and having actually dived and realising what that sensation is, it's really like when you're learning to dive. You're not diving in the ocean. You're just in limited water, and what the freedom that gives you is extraordinary.
Exactly.
So are you coaching? What's your part in this?
Yeah, so I mean, my profession is a dive instructor. I teach people to dive. My part in the immersion therapy is basically I'm in control of the participants in the pool. So yeah, I look after them, make sure everything goes well.
So it's also the business of being comfortable with everything on, that you can take everything off and put it all back on. You're training with all of that?
Yep. So I mean,
take out the mouthpiece, which we've got here. Just show some of the gear that the people are using.
So I mean, we've got a basic regulator. Obviously, we have a little bigger tank than this in the pool, but this is a basic regulator.
Which just goes in your mouth.
So it pops it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth. Come on, show us how it goes. It's so attractive. Yep. And you just breathe through that.
Nice and simple. Breathing is normal as possible.
Yes, Darth Vader, he called you. And obviously you've got a mask on as well.
Yep.
Do you teach about blowing the water out the mask and all that sort of stuff?
If the people are able to do that, then
Yep.
yes. Some people have a little bit more trouble than others, and so we have these full face masks as well.
Just turn it around so that everyone at home can see, yeah.
Yep, so there's no way for water to get into these masks, and so it eliminates the need to get water out
Yep.
entirely. So it's just a lot more
So
comfortable.
what you're saying is the person who's in the water feeling free also feels physically free, that they're not going to get water in their face. They're going to
Exactly.
breathe normally. The only difference is you've got to train your body to think I'm breathing through my mouth, not my nose.
Well,
Can you breathe through your nose there?
You can,
Yep.
because your whole face is enclosed.
Right.
You can breathe just like you would on land.
Right.
There's no difference.
And the good news about this is that you've managed to get this ticked by the government.
Yeah, exactly. That was a really big challenge. When I started, I always identified that it was a very beneficial program for people, like physically, mentally, and socially. You know, like we can use our program in a hydrotherapy setting where people that have perhaps come through injury recently can do this as part of a therapy, but then be plugged into other social programs that are around.
Right.
Because I sort of learnt through meeting Tim that may usually take up to 5 years for people to come to terms enough with their injuries and their life to start looking at other social interactions. So through our program, we can show them something really fun and cool that even their friends may not have ever imagined they would be doing, and here they
amazing.
are doing it themselves.
Yeah.
And
But seeing the vision of what we've been showing,
Yes, yeah.
that's where you really get it.
that's right.
You really are. It's like floating in space.
It is, it
isn't
is.
it?
Yep.
And the other beauty is there's no sharks in the pool, right? Look, guys, thanks. We're coming back with some more guys sort of in your situation to tell their story with Janice in just a moment. Stay with us on Our Time.